Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 2:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. It's not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. Click the subscribe, click the bell, click the thumbs up, share the video, click the Twitter link below the video if you want my intraday updates. So let's go into farm. We're going to talk about farm or harvest finance and OGN, which is origin. Now, let's go into a couple of things here. First and foremost, terrible looking chart here. Farm just got decimated, and it probably has a lot to do with what's going on with the obvious elephant in the room, which is Bitcoin. It has dragged a lot of these cryptos down, some more than others. This one just got shellacked. However, we're starting to see a little bit of support right here, and you can see it's kind of like it goes back a little bit to here and then all the way out this way. So support here, it dipped below because everything was dipping below at that point, came back, and it seems to be settling in on top of this support line, which is around 211, 212. Now it's tight. It's very, very tight here. It's not the greatest place to be, but you know, what could we do? We could just, you could either, the problem with this chart, generally speaking, is number one, the price action has a very finite, limited history in terms of its onboarding to these exchanges. So there's really no way to do proper technical analysis on here. But as you can see, when we drop below this line, we clearly, you know, there was something going wrong in the overall crypto market. This whole thing just melted down. Now let's look at the farm relative to Bitcoin pair. So look, I think we're kind of at somewhat of support around 210 to 212 range. This looks just as ugly, but we are back on this line of potential support, right? So we're at like 44.83 would be a proper support line here. So we're a little bit above it right now. We're 45.41. So harvest finance is it's not doing great, but it's like on the edge right now. Now let's take a look at origin, OGN, US dollar. We also dip below, but we're still over that. We're right literally smack dab on the origin US dollar pair, right at 102. It's close to 102, which is right on top of that upward ascending orange trend line. So it's regained its support on that line. Flipping over into the origin Bitcoin pair, you know, again, we wicked out. Wicking through means it's very temporary. It's an aberration. These are acute situations. This was an acute situation in El Salvador because there's a bug in the system somehow, and the automated Bitcoin tellers didn't work too well. So, look, software. We all get it. Deployment risk is always there. They could have probably managed that process through a little bit better, but I mean, it's a smaller country. And in the end, you know, they'll fix it, in my opinion. And we're going to go through a Twitter discussion, something that the head of El Salvador was tweeting out about that whole Bitcoin, that acute situation where Bitcoin went down, which is good for his country. And we're going to go through that in a sec. But right now, still bullish on origin Bitcoin as well. So I'm still very bullish, more so than farm right now on OGN, both the US dollar and the Bitcoin pair. Looking over at Bitcoin itself, and excuse me, I don't have all my stuff up here, but effectively looking at the Bitcoin to US dollar pair, we went down pretty bad. We are definitely below the trend line, but let's see if we can catch a bit, get back in that trend line, just due to the fact that, you know, to really break a trend, you have to kind of like be out of the trend for a bit. So the channel, you know, we've had points. You could dip below a channel and come back just as quickly, and you'd still continue on the trend. So let's see. We're remarkably lower rather than we were earlier, which was around 52,000 as of like, you know, noon today. Is that noon today? Yeah, around. I don't think so, but this was last night. Excuse me, 12 midnight. But look, we dropped down dramatically. And that's where we're at right now. So let's look at the Bitcoin dominance pair. I think that's another one that I think we should just take a look at. Bitcoin dominance is at 42.39. It's pretty bullish, but with Bitcoin going down, altcoins are going to go down more, just based on the fact that Bitcoin dominance is up. So another big deal there. So let's just take a look at what's going on overall. And why are we all sitting here looking at bleeding red screens? Look, most altcoins went down today because Bitcoin went down dramatically today. Probably a good 15 or so percent, which is a pretty significant drop. Now, the head of El Salvador, the president, he basically came out talking about the fact that the digital wallet Chivo was disconnected while server capacity was increased. It's a simple problem. Yeah, capacity should have been thought about. Yeah, but they're going to fix it. The main thing is they're going to fix it. Yeah, it looks like crap on paper. Yeah, he's kind of tweeting out things, talking about, thanks for the dip, IMF News. By the way, IMF is the International Monetary Fund that was kind of negative about El Salvador's adoption of Bitcoin. So all they said was, thanks, we just bought some more Bitcoin at a cheaper price. So that's exactly what they did. So look, the main thing here is we had an acute situation with this El Salvador thing. I think threw some egg in the face of Bitcoin's kind of aura around how great it was. And, this is going to happen. System problems always happen. I'm not worried about it one bit. They're going to fix the bug. They're going to roll it out. And then before you know it, you're going to see Bitcoin make another rally. But in the meantime, let's just watch, see how this plays out. I bought some more Bitcoin today myself. I think it was a pretty nice steal, but we'll see. Right now, we're at 47,000 on the Bitcoin US dollar pair. Let's see how this plays out. I'll be on Twitter tweeting away. Talk soon.